happier, healthier, more secure lives.
Wonderful. So another, thing which has always, intrigued me is about, the chakras. I've always, read about, the chakra system. What are chakras and why is it important to have all the chakras in alignment? Could you give a little bit insight about, the chakra system that exists in us?
Yes, certainly. Chakras are psychoenergetic centers variously placed throughout the body. Now, when I say the body, in yoga science, there's more than one body. We have more than one body. The outermost covering is what we refer to as Annamaya Kosha, or the food and water sheath. The food and water covering. That's the grossest aspect of our body. But subtler than that is the mental body. And between the physical body and the mental body, between those two, lies the energy body, known as the prana maya kosha, the sheath or the covering of energy. And it is in that energy field where the chakras develop. There are rivers of energy throughout the body. There are 3 primary rivers of energy. These rivers of energy are called nadis. And they run from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. For the body, from a yogic perspective, is limited to that area, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. In other words, the arms and the hands, the legs and the feet, those are considered appendages. But in the body, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, there are 3 major rivers of energy called nadis. On the right side of every human being is the pingala. This is the male principle. It's active. It's hot. Okay? And it's actively, outwardly directed into the world. And on the left side is the Ida. It's not male, it's female. It's not outwardly directed, it's inwardly directed. And it's intuitive. It's not hot, it's cool. Okay? And as these rivers, the Pingala on the right side, the Ida, the feminine, on the left, they go in and out, in and out, in and out toward a central channel called Sushumna. And where they come together, where the Ida and the Pingala come together, where the male and the female come together, it creates swirling wheels of energy. They are the chakras. They are psychoenergetic centers, variously placed throughout the body, that give rise to muscles, nerves, glands, and different forms of consciousness. The lower the chakra, closer to the base of the spine, represents animal consciousness. At the heart center, the midpoint between the 2 breasts, that is the demarcation between the animal and the divine. So anything of the chakras above the heart center represents divine consciousness. And when we serve thoughts, desires, emotions, concepts that conflict with our inner wisdom, it creates a contraction in the mind, and it puts a barricade in that area of each chakra, so it stops the flow of consciousness. We know that in certain kinds of relationships, our emotional buttons are pushed and we become hijacked by anger, by fear, by desire. So what we do through certain practices, breathing and visualizations, as well as skillful action in meditation in action, where we base outer action on inner wisdom, we're able to move that energy, move that creative energy, to allow consciousness or kundalini to rise to the higher chakras, to activate different forms of consciousness that will allow us to act very skillfully and rewardingly in all sorts of relationships.
Wonderful. And here I want to remind my listeners that you can get all these things in detail in the book written by our guest, Mr. Leonard Perlmutter. The name of the book is The Heart and Science of Yoga. And I also encourage my listeners that do pay a visit to americanmeditation.org and get to know more about different type of courses that are being offered on the website itself by this institute. And you can also get to know a lot of information which otherwise would not have been able to reach you. So it was really lovely interaction with you, because the topic of yoga meditation is so huge and you have got so much of in-depth knowledge about these aspects, since you have dedicated your entire life to yoga meditation and curing all those things in mind, body and soul. I find that it won't be